Hey folks, and welcome to another episode of our Rimworld 1.0 playthrough with the Cold Foresters. Right off the bat, it's nice to see that some butchering is finally happening. We did a little tweaking with the cooking bills, or maybe I did that off camera, I don't quite recall. Oh, and someone's even brewing here, so that's hopefully smoothing out now. Let's see, we're trying to work our way through the end of a toxic fallout. Well, I hope it's the end. These can last up to a few months. This isn't exactly telling us how long it can last, but I think the initial warning says it can be a full season, potentially, or maybe I'm thinking of a different type of disaster, but we'll endure that. We are basically 3 or 4 days away from our planned ship launch date, well, ship firing up date of the engines, at which point we have to wait to launch. You know, now that I look at this, this is a terrible idea. We used plasteel for this because we had it. This wall is never going to really take an attack. So it doesn't need to be strong. It doesn't really matter what we use. I just kind of put that there for expediency, to get it going. But, I mean, sandstone will be just as fine. And it almost makes more sense to use sandstone there than anywhere else, because we don't want it to be flammable, but we don't care how strong it is. And sandstone being the weakest, this seems like a perfect spot for it. Although some people are starting to be restricted because of the toxic fallout poisoning. That's our animals. We've got... yeah, some people are already... they got up to minor, so we moved them to the toxic area to hopefully bump them down to initial. It worked for Big Red. We'll see if it works for everyone. I mean, it might depend on what kind of jobs they have, a proclivity for. We have Matlock here, who is broken. It's just a matter of the difficulty. Matthew has inspired recruitment. You're making a smoke leaf joint. Didn't we change your work tab, Matthew? Wardening first. So, why don't I just reset you real quick? You're making smoke leaf joint again. Someone must have recruited or made an attempt. You know, there's sort of like a buffer period where you have to wait until you can try another recruitment pitch. So maybe that's what's happening. But we'll get Matlock fairly soon, and that'll be nice to help us, push through to the end here. Looks like we'll go construction. Maybe a little growing, and then just hauling and cleaning, I think, is what we'll go with. We've got a few bills we're working on to get ready. A charge rifle, and I think another EMP. Those are frag. Got a minigun. Maybe this is what Matlock will use. But anyway, we've got, okay, the EMP grenades here. Mal's working on them. And then a charge rifle here. Hasn't been started. I think we set Mal to do that, yes, because Mal's much faster than Mike, although Mike does have the skill. This was a temporary stockpile zone for some outgoing items like cowboy hats and toques, I believe it was. Things we needed a lot of, and there's our new recruit, to do a trade request. Off camera, I went ahead and just changed it to a low priority material storage, because it looked like this was getting full, and we don't want overflow to just end up outside. So anyway, here's Matlock. Welcome. Where is Matlock? He must have moved since then, but here we go. He's getting armored. After you're done with that, go ahead and grab this minigun whenever it's convenient. Okay, and let's get your work tab settled here. You are going to firefight and be patient. You can't even doctor whatsoever. So don't worry about that. You're not going to be an animal handler. Or I might do a low priority hunt for you, but really you're going to construct, then grow, then plant cut is fine. You're not going to art, and then you're going to haul and clean. Yeah, so just this order is fine. If you get through all that, sure, do a little hunting. And this will almost certainly never happen, but... and, of course, during the toxic fallout, we don't have anything queued up for hunting anyway. So our hunting might be over. I don't see us doing a lot of hunting after we turn on our ship engines. Got rotten animals everywhere. Inspired creativity for Mike. I don't know if Mike has any art skill. Yeah, so... well, hold on a second. Does this affect crafting? Let's go back to the history here. Inspired creativity. The next item, art or furniture, will have 2 quality levels higher than it would otherwise be. Okay, so this allows the creation of legendary items. You know, I probably should have been paying attention to this more closely, and I'll do that next playthrough, because it is now the only way to get legendary items. So it would be worth, maybe using some high quality fur to build some chairs. Maybe... we're not gonna be... normally I would maybe go with the bedroll, because any boost while you're on the road are certainly welcome. But I don't see us taking any more road trips. So, and we got a few chairs laying around in here. Maybe maybe a bed, maybe a hospital bed. Yeah, you know, that's actually not a bad idea. They do take kind of a lot of materials, though. 120 steel and 5 components. I know we're doing better on steel, but yeah. So not that. If we had a lot of steel, that might be where we go. Man, we got to keep this clean. And certainly, well, it's cold enough where it doesn't matter what doors get left open, I guess. We've got a couple... Only one person does... Or 2 people do cleaning before hauling. Do we want to increase that slightly? I'm going to say no. Actually, Emmy is frail, yeah, so that makes sense. Kristen... Maybe Kristen too? Since she stays around the base, yeah, go ahead. I know I've complained about the hauling, but most of the hauling that we have problems with is outside of our base. Although then again, if the hauling inside doesn't get done, that's going to make it even harder to do the outside hauling. But since Kristen is relegated to the compound, maybe she should focus on cleaning. I mean, this kitchen, we certainly don't want food sickness or food poisoning. Especially at the wrong time. Okay, enduring the toxic fallout. Let's do a health check. Initial, really, if anyone gets to minor, then I'm going to move them. Right, so Burton over here, you're unrestricted. Let's get you into the toxic zone. So you don't get any higher than minor, is the idea. You're already there. Matlock is fine. Found a bed already, it looks like. Okay, Nelson. Was he standing and watching TV? Oh, no, he's sitting. Okay. I mean, do people even use this TV anymore? This is the mega screen in here. They must. I don't feel like I see people in here as often as I would like. But then again, we got work to do. We got a big day coming up. Look at that. Still looking for some granite, right? Yeah. Might not happen during the fallout, because many people are restricted from going out that far. So let's speed it up here. Did this get finished yet? I kind of want to force someone to do this. Big red. It's outside your allowed area. How's your health? You're back to initial? Okay, let's get you unrestricted again. I'm going to force you to do this. This should be a quick job to deconstruct. And I'll go ahead and queue up this sandstone. Solar flare. Okay, no power. With everything this cold, you know... Well, the only thing I would be worried about, actually, is Anna's egg and her comfort. Wait, no health conditions for Anna. Oh, okay. I thought... For some reason, I expected to see I thought that information would be here, but no, it's right down here. 96%. I mean, it is slow moving, but I do want to keep a close eye on her. I'll go ahead and dismiss that. Because I want to make sure this egg is safe, and if it's not safe, I want to make sure I know what happened to it. And again, it's all probably moot anyway. Because we'll be taking off before much else happens. And it says egg. I don't know if she can lay more than one. Or if more than one snake can hatch from one. I know that's not realistic, but I'm not really sure how the game handles snake reproduction. Yeah, that's really slow. On full speed. Okay, I'll try to remember to come back to Anna. Another thing I'm thinking about is getting a couple extra colonists on Luciferium before we go, just for that extra boost. And I'm kind of, off the top of my head, leaning towards Matlock and Sachiko, the 2 newest people. Oh, right, we should have done a harvest in here. It does get that cold around here, so with the power out, the heaters just can't hang on. I don't expect anything to survive. I've gotten burned by that multiple times. Moments earlier, I'm saying we don't have to worry about the power outage. But yeah, maybe we'll be able to save some of this. Devil Strand's a pain in the ass because it grows so slowly. But looks like we got some, so, you know. Maybe some of this will end up in some pants that are just fire resistant enough to save a life down the road. Tons of smoke leaf. Not sure what we're going to do with it really at this point. But it's low-level crafting, so it's not taking precedence over any of these jobs. Although, where is Mal? Mal hasn't even started on this. Oh, Mal's making the EMP. Okay, so this is this bench is higher priority. And there's an advanced helmet to make too afterwards. Okay. I suppose that's fine. I really want to get that charge rifle finished, though. Oh, the toxic fallout has gone? I must have missed that. Okay. Well, shoot. That means we are back on schedule. Matlock is not a night owl, I don't believe. No, but he's a body purist. Oh, she's a body purist. So, nimble and tough. So that's fine. I don't see us having time to fit Matlock with any bionics or anything like that anyway. However, because she is not a night owl, let's go ahead and say, you know, bed by 11 or 10. And then we'll unrestrict everyone except our compound people, which I thought Kristen was a part of. Very neurotic, nimble, psychically deaf. I think we made her unrestricted to help with the hauling. This is not good. This needs to be... Well, I guess there aren't any animals on the map yet because the fallout just ended. Alright. But we will see, you know, they're starting to show up. And they're going to come straight for all of this free food. What's the best way to deal with this? I guess our fridge is full. I mean, yeah, we're just drowning in meat over here. This is not good either. Let's see. I mean, I guess the obvious thing is we could extend this without much of a problem. Although this is such a temporary problem. I'm just going to let them come, and then we're going to kill anything that comes in. And hope that we cook and get rid of some of the stuff before too many animals show up on the map. That's probably a flawed strategy, but I don't feel like building anything new to accommodate that. And in fact, why not start now? Actually, okay, I'm going to pause this and lay out some final defenses. Yeah, we need those granite blocks. Maybe I can get someone just to come do a haul on these. Kimmy, you're clearing snow. That's a great... You will never do hauling, though. I think we knew that. Matlock, you will do hauling. You're hauling slate chunk. Great. I love to see that, but let's do the granite first. That will hopefully not make you insane with all the time that takes. Doing 5 of those in a row before a break. Could be brutal, but... Yeah, we've got the slate chunks here. So people will cut that because this is set to a radius. So they won't go anywhere on the map to fulfill the bills. So while even though granite is a higher priority, you can see the radius bar around it we've set. So really they're only going to go for anything in that stockpile. Or maybe, you know, something that spills over here. Although I don't think that would be possible. But anyway, I'm going to count on us getting enough granite to set these traps. We've got our defense down to 2 corners. And I'm going to hope that's where the majority of the attacks come. But we want to be prepared to, if not fight off, to at least slow down enemies that might drop in on us or sap through the walls or what have you. So even though I don't expect these turrets, let's see, we're dealing with 856 steel. Still 75 components. It's actually getting a bit light. We might need to make a month worth of repairs. There was a... Yes, over here. We've got a compacted steel meteorite. So we'll start mining that. We've got a few people with relatively high priority mining. They'll get that in. It won't be much, but another 15 or so. I'll feel a little bit more comfortable about any potential repairs during that month when we're kind of bunkered down in here. Now, in addition, 100 steel to make these. So I think I might build 4 of these. I'm going to go 1 here. And these are just to kind of be scattered around to slow down, distract, you know, things like that. Potential enemies that might come through. We do have one out here already. Let's go with another one. This area is not bad. This is sort of a quiet zone. Maybe here. Although I certainly don't want things firing on this turret accidentally hitting the chem fuel. But this feels decent. Maybe even down one. Maybe down here. Although that can't... I don't think these can shoot around corners like colonists. It's not going to pop out and shoot. So I might just go kind of uncovered, maybe... Actually, maybe just here. That way it can go down the hallway, up and down. Yeah. And then maybe I put sandbags there, maybe not. Probably not, given our steel situation. And I think we'll go one more turret. Kind of have one out here. Relatively well guarded here with these 3 autocannons. Maybe like here. Shoot down there. Shoot down. Well, I kind of want maybe a second one in this corridor. Maybe like there. Okay, so that will leave us with about 400 steel, 456. Do we have anything close to enough to build a copy of these? No, I don't think that's a smart idea. Because we might need... You know, what would we need steel for in a pinch? Maybe to lay some new traps? We've got a few scattered over here. I mean, these are in weird spots, but I guess I'm fine with them there. I mean, we do have the double wall up here, so if something decided to tunnel in from this side, this is where they would go, or down here. I'm feeling relatively okay about how it's defended. Okay, so I think we're kind of in a position where this is in a weird spot. That's left over from this old drill and potential bug infestation. Let's guard this thing a bit. Okay, so 335 plasteel. We're using some for this stuff. Let's see, the charge rifle. I just want to see how much that uses because I do want to try and build this. 50, okay. So let's say we've got, you know, 280 or something. Which means maybe we're okay building... Oh, I don't know. Let's just say 5 of these. And that's going to get tripped right away. That's fine. People that pour in here, we'll do something like that. I mean, most of these traps will be gone in an early wave. You know, I'm going to deconstruct this because we don't want to use that for cover, and we might as well get a little bit of steel back. Same with this. Right? Yeah, that's dangerous to stand behind. I don't want to forget and put someone behind cover where it's not safe. Okay, so we've got that. Shit, we could build a bunch of wooden traps. That's actually not a terrible idea. They don't do much, but if we just started like putting out a bunch... I mean, say someone tried to come for this door. And just all over here. Just anywhere we can get them, really, that doesn't block our own paths. People do use this for cover. You know, it's probably smart to deconstruct this now. We're not going to be using this. And I don't want enemies to even have that much cover if we can help it. You know what, maybe not that one. Let me get this going. Okay, get the clock going. Yeah, wooden traps, they do very little, but they could at least injure something to the point where it tips the fight in our favor. I don't know. Incapacitated refugee. Joywire artist. 17 manhunting ibex. Sorry, we're not really even going to entertain that. Got a very limited amount of time to make our final preparations, and then we're going. Another thing I would like to do is maybe centralize some of these weapons. Let's see. So if we take an overhead view, we're going to mostly be around here or here. But the guns the things I want access to, like the Doomsdays and the Lances, are kind of over here. So maybe... Maybe buy the battery, or maybe get some shelves outside for a couple. Thing is, then they do become a target at that point, where they're relatively secure in here, at least behind a door. It would be nice if these guys could do something. I mean, do we have anyone that's just terrible at combat? I don't think... not really, I don't think. We do have a mine to install. We'll go ahead and do that. We'll get that, like, out here. Maybe someone will hit that. Yeah, I actually think they'd either curl up this way or come... Yeah, maybe someone hits that. I don't know. This is an unconscious Muffalo. What's wrong with you? Toxic buildup extreme. Will you die now, though? Maybe the toxicity will lessen and you'll die of malnutrition and then we have a free Muffalo. I don't know. Dead rabbit hit a trap that's not set to auto-rearm. Damn it. I mean, these are steel, so they're not supposed to be... But now everything by default is not auto-rearm. I do want a trap here. Build copy right there. And unforbid. Alright, Mal, what are you doing? I'm going to force you to instead work on the charge rifle. Oh, you're making a flak vest? Oh man, these things keep popping up. How much work is left? It doesn't look like much. We'll get that finished. Looks like someone... Oh, there's still slate up here. But there is some granite in here. Forget carrying the flak vest. Come here and work on this charge rifle. Major break for Matlock. Yeah, we had Matlock. He's still doing that haul job, so I'm going to reset him so he can go do what he wants. Yeah, go eat and go take care of yourself. This is a big task. I think we're going to give it to Pacheco. I like that idea. Hopefully he finishes it in a day because we're starting December 1st, I think, no matter what. I'll be annoyed if anything happens before that. Although it feels like it's been quiet lately, so it certainly seems like the timing would be reasonable. Alright, so Chico's just hauling. You know what? I'm going to cancel the slate haul jobs. We don't want that slate. Food binge for Huber because of darkness. Yeah, we don't have a lot of light around our base. Doing some brewing. Did I just cancel this? Staying busy. Food everywhere. I don't see the animals storming our base yet. And honestly, it might not be the worst idea ever to have a bunch of wild animals in our base running around. Just to maybe absorb some stray bullets or maybe revenge an attack. I don't know. Unless they all revenge on us. Usually they just go manhunter. Well, actually, no. It says revenge quite a bit, which probably means a specific target. Alright, Big Red is hauling. Some steel. That's good to see. Alright, we do have more steel than we think we do because... we still have a bunch out here. 315. So we are going to have the materials to build some steel traps, reload our turrets, stuff like that. And, you know, honestly, maybe most of it goes to reloading the turrets. How much does it take to reload? 120. Yep, we're going to need it for that. So I won't build any steel turrets, and I think I'm even going to rush the reload. Might as well do it now. Right? I mean, it's not going to cost us 120 to top this off, is it? Let's have Serrano give it a shot. I'm going to see how much Serrano carries when he comes over. On Aurora, that's nice. That's a good omen right before the battle. So Serrano is carrying 26. Which seems cheap given that it's 120 to rearm this thing. Wait, is it cheaper if you manually do it? Because we just spent 26 steel for 29 rounds. Oh no, 19 rounds. Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. It's 90, not 100. Oh, you know, these traps are just feasting on the animals that are coming to get the food that's hanging out. But they will provide us food as well, so I don't know. I'm going to cancel the granite trap, and yeah, I'm going to do another steel one. Just these two. Plasteel also takes quite a bit of work, and the steel takes... Well, I can't see how much work yet. Well, this one will tell me. 54 left, not sure what it started with. The Aurora's over. 6 a.m. the day before we turn on the engines. Still more to do, but there's always going to be more to do. I don't see any reason why we don't go forward. I'm a little annoyed about our traps that keep getting sprung because these doors are open. But there's just nowhere to put this meat. I mean, I would have to put it out like outside of our base and give it to the animals. Or, you know, I'll just do it. I'll put it in the snake pit. That's what I'll do. So, stockpile zone. Something like this. Low priority. Clear all. Raw food. What else is out here? Yeah, meat. Meat. Yes, do that now. Who is in a decent mood? You're digging and compacted machinery. Yeah, that's fine. Burton, you're clearing snow. You will do hauling, right? Yeah, so haul the bear meat right now. Well, since you're coming from there, haul this one first. And then once that's done, haul this one. I queued that up, right? Okay. And then that should hopefully minimize the number of animals that are lured in here and springing our traps too soon. Another refugee. Word must have gotten out that we're getting out of here. Alcatraz, just taking a few nibbles. So we've got granite here. Granite, yeah, I'm canceling all these. I'm changing them to, oh, what? I don't know. Sandstone, wood. Yeah, we need this. I guess we'll go like one sandstone. We can't do two, and then just the rest wood. That kind of sucks, but it sucks because our defense is sort of going to be less than it usually is. We're gonna have to rely on our own combat skill, and of course a bunch of our special weapons, which I really want to move. Yeah, I'm gonna do that actually. Really quickly. Well, I guess it won't be really quickly. We're gonna put like a shelf here. Where would be safe? That's not too much in the way. But also accessible. Yeah, we could put them in someone's room. It's not the worst idea, actually. Oh, I mean, here makes sense. We'll do one there. Oh, yeah, the bunkers. Oh, I just put them in the bunkers. It's been staring me at the face the whole time. Did we get that EMP grenade finished? We don't need this because this is for the glow pods. Those are gone. This is an EMP stockpile. I'm going to copy this zone and then expand it so I can just click once. But I still will need to paste the settings. Unless it's connected to the existing one, it won't copy over the settings automatically. So we'll paste. And when the other EMP is finished, it'll go there. I would love to set these rules now, but I can't. And we'll do another one. And we'll also do... I would love to be able to grab a Doomsday and pop out. You know, this is going to have to be fast enough. I don't want to put another door in and leave this stuff any more exposed. Okay. So we'll start on those. We'll probably kick it off even without those built. Yeah, these traps got up. That's good to see. These doors, though. One door is not going to cut it, so that's where we'll go last, and I think that's where we'll put the rest of our plasteel. Nice and strong, not too material intensive, and, you know, in case we need it to open slightly quicker than a stone door, I guess we'll have that option. Created a masterwork wooden shelf. Yeah, so there's Mike's inspiration. He didn't get up to legendary, but he did go masterwork. And let's see, where did he build that? Here. Okay. So this is going to be for just lances. I'm going to make it critical, so it overrides the one in our storage. And I'll have to check to make sure. I think this is under artifacts, actually. Yeah, so any kind of lance will be fine for that. And these are set to what now? Just important. Okay, so that'll override that. Oh, and these are already up. Okay, so we're about ready to go here. Critical, clear all. Copy settings. Paste settings. Clear all, critical. We want actually a, not unfinished. We want, I guess it's a weapon. It's a ranged. Yeah, these two. I should have moved these shelves over one. So I'm actually going to want one more with Doomsdays. Because we do want quick access to that, this thing here. Well, nah, forget that. Forget this. We're just going to go Doomsdays here. That targeter, we only have one of it. And when we use it, we don't know where we're going to need it. So we might not try to get too fancy with our predictions. We'll just go Doomsday. Okay. 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Manhunter pack of Mega Sloths. $14. What we're going to do is turn on our ship engines early. Hopefully it draws a raid right away, and maybe these Manhunter sloths, maybe their attention gets divided. But, you know, at the very, like, the Manhunter sloths are not just after us. So it won't be that much harder to take on another force because it'll be kind of a three-way fight. So I think that's what we're going to do, and we're going to do that first thing next time. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you then.